change. This fickle-minded heart that loves fake shiny things. Now I fucked up and I'm missing you. I'll never be like you. I'm only human, can't you see? I made a mistake. Please just look me in my face. Tell me everything's okay, 'cause I got it. Ooh, I'll never be like you. I'm only human, can't you see? I made a mistake. Please just look me in my face. Tell me everything's okay, 'cause I got it. Ooh, I'll never be like you. How do I make you wanna stay? Hate sleeping on my own, missing the way you taste. Now I'm fucked up.
So when we're ready, we're always working as a team. I've just come up and packed down Nate's hammock for him. Got all his gear, got his knife, got his head torch, got his pillow, everything out of his hammock there for him. Just makes life a little bit easier so we can get going quicker and get into some fish. So I'm pretty sure Nate will have breakfast ready for us as I come down here, probably bacon and eggs or something like that, hopefully. Maybe some crumpets, some Vegemite. What's going on, mate?
I didn't know about that. I thought you were brekkie up there.
That's always the deal, mate. That's the deal. You've broken the deal. It's a deal breaker.
I'm the catcher. I just caught all the cherubim.
Ah, yeah, true. Well, guess what? Now you're cooking the cherubim too.
Cook. Righto. Morning, guys. Welcome back to another episode. So we're cutting it fine again for this episode. With work and that, Dan and I don't get a lot of time, and with the restrictions at the moment, to see each other and film. So let's turn this music down. So we're filming today, and then hopefully I'll put it together today and tomorrow morning, and then release it tomorrow, 3 PM tomorrow. So a little bit more time than I had to do that, the boat review, but still cutting it fine. So today I've just thrown the board in, I've thrown all the fishing gear in, and I'm going to go meet up with Dan, have a surf, have a coffee, catch up. I haven't seen him in like 3 or 4 weeks because of these restrictions. So that's going to be awesome. I can't wait to catch up with the big fella and then talk about fishing gear. We're going to answer all your questions, so thanks so much. So many questions have come in, which is really cool. So yeah, we'll answer all of those, go over some of the lures that we've used for barra fishing, and getting heaps of questions about that, and yeah, just have a good chat, maybe get the map out and show you guys where we're going for the next trip. Yeah, just keen as to get in the water this morning and to catch up with Dan. It's been far too long, so that's the plan to begin with, and then we'll just take it from there. Alright. How you going, mate?
Good, buddy. How you going?
Good.
I'm gone nicely.
I reckon it's been far too long.
Yeah.
Alright, welcome back to another episode. So today, Dan and I have got a laptop set up, and we're going to watch episode 5, like just sort of skip through some fishing sections, and we're getting heaps of questions about barra fishing, so we're going to talk about lures and reels. We've got the map out for planning our next trip.
These islands here, that's it.
Yeah, East Coast stuff in Cape York, that's what we want. But it's all got to do with the restrictions at the moment. We still can't go up north, so we're just playing it by ear. We're getting everything ready, and as soon as the restrictions lift, we're going to be straight in the ute.
Be to the minute, eh?
Yeah.
To the minute we'll be in the ute.
Yeah. Yeah, ready to go. Drop the nail bag at work and see you later,
There's
guys.
one there.
Gone. Yeah, alright, so let's get into it. Funniest one was, you hear it go beep beep, and you're like, oh shit, I wasn't recording that, and I'd had a toga or something, and I was talking to your GoPro, but it was off.
That's right, eh? That's gold content, mate. Got it all.
Alright, so we got episode 5 playing. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it's a bit windy here today. So we might start answering some questions. I've had heaps of questions on Instagram and a few on YouTube. I think maybe we should check first. Alright, we're back. We just had to check the volume was working in this wind. But yeah, GoPros are working a treat.
Are we going to size our rod?
That's both yours, mate.
I know. Oh yeah, I'm a 9 year though.
All right, let's answer some questions. Then we can talk about the barra fishing up here in the background. So first one I got is from Geared Up 4x4. These guys are legends, sharing heaps of our stuff, so thanks heaps, Geared Up. Hey guys, can't wait for the next episode. I've got a question for you. What software are you using to make your vids? I've got heaps of film that I want to put together. We use Premiere Pro. I think it's 2019 Premiere Pro, and it's the first software I've ever used, so I can't really compare it to anything else, but it's amazing. It's like I use probably 5% of what it can actually do, and yeah, like every episode you're learning like a new trick, and it's really good. I highly
Pretty easy
recommend
to
it.
use.
It's easy to use to like the level that I'm at, but then like I said, there's another 95% of it that I know nothing about, so
Yeah.
that's what you're just constantly learning.
Yeah.
This was sketchy. Remember coming up to this fight and the croc slide,
Yeah, that's right, eh?
and you couldn't see like
Yeah.
200 mil into the water because it's like coffee brown.
But that was a steep drop off
yeah,
right
just
there. Where,
dropped off.
yeah.
I mean that's why there's a croc slide there, because it's a perfect home
Yeah.
for the croc.
But that was further down the river again too, eh?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
That's where it really all started. This was the day, wasn't it?
It
This
was
the
the
best
day.
fishing day we had.
Because we came in that afternoon and you're like, look at that little feeder creek, that's going to fish so good. And then we camped further up the river, like further towards the mouth of the river, and then came back to it.
And then every night we were like, this is the best camp spot yet.
Yeah.
Definitely. And then the next night we're like, oh, this one's even better.
Yeah, I'm pretty anal when it comes to myself, eh? Even like when we're travelling, like being at, Uluru and all those different places, like I'll sit there for ages making sure the camp is placed right so you get the right view, and probably spend too much time.
Well, I think that's
miss
why
out on the view.
It works with you and me for trips like this where anyone else would just get on your nerves.
Yeah.
But you and I both like, no, let's push to the next.
Same
Let's go around the
mentality.
next bend and look for a better spot.
Yeah, even if it is like 6:30 at night, it's nearly dark.
There's a chainsaw.
It's a better one around the corner.
Yeah.
Always is. Should have gone back to that one.
All right, we got Ashton Electric. He's saying,
Auto electrician? No.
I don't know.
He might be handy.
Do you know him?
No, I don't, but could be handy.
Cool video, mate. Really enjoying the series. Where did you get your hat? We wear, well, I in particular wear Will and Bear, and Dan's just picked one up. I don't think he's got it yet, but posted it out. But
The Woolly? Was it the Woolly?
yeah, what did you get? Woodley.
Woodley,
green.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, cool hat, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, mine's a William Brown, and I can see it right now. I'm wearing it here in this episode. I've worn them for maybe 3 years thereabouts. I absolutely love them, and I've worn all sorts of wide brim hats, like big companies. I won't say any names, but living up north through the wet and dry season where they get really wet and then leave in the sun and they shrink and all that. These Will and Bear don't change. They just mould to your head, and that's it. They're epic. So highly recommend them.
And the hat that I normally wear, the big floppy, that is definitely not Will and Bear. Just in case there's any misinterpretation there.
Oh yeah. All right. So we got Explore Overland on Instagram. What mods did you do to the tinny trailer to make it off-road ready?
Pumped up the tyres.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Oh, we did the bearings.
I did the bearings, yeah.
Not
But
a lot.
that just proves, I don't know, like, I mean, you've said it before.
I'm going to say something that's going to contradict this.
Yeah, I know. I know exactly what you're going to say. So I'm slightly on the opposite. But I still think you don't have to have the best gear, but you do need to make sure your gear is maintained heading up those ways.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I know that was a tiny little trailer, and the wheels are tiny. We probably should have had bigger wheels on it so the bearings don't hit up as much. But the thing is, you got to check. It doesn't matter if your gear's like $100,000 truck and caravan or whatever. You still got to maintain every day. Get out there and have a look at everything. Eh?
Yeah. And certain things it should be quality. Like,
Yeah.
you look at yours, and the things that need to be quality are quality. You don't skimp on certain things.
Suspension, I reckon. Suspension's hands down for up there for corrugations, eh? If you haven't got good suspension.
Yeah, your gear's going to fall apart.
Yeah.
But the tinny trailer, we did beef up a little bit of like the what do you call it, like a subframe. We added a bit more rollers and stuff like that.
True, eh?
To support the tinny.
Yeah.
But in the next episode, oh no, it's not the next episode. It's what I'm editing right now. So a few episodes time, you basically see the tinny trailer fall apart. I do 2 sets of bearings.
I mean, that's what happens when I'm not there, mate. But
Yeah, I had to deal with all this on my own. But anyway, not a lot, but we are, planning on either getting a little custom, like us, sort of custom fitting out a trailer to suit that tinny.
I'd love to build one.
Yeah, or build one ourselves when we get the time.
I was watching some guy on YouTube and he's building like a little toy hauler. Smart, like
I've seen him.
Bob and Jenny.
Ultimate Cruiser.
Yeah, that's
Shout out to Ultimate Cruiser.
Yeah, mate, that's a good looking cruiser. And I think that's a 2008 or 2009 too.
Yeah,
Same as that
he's
cruiser.
kitted the whole thing out.
Yeah, done a good job.
Like coil.
Spent some dollars on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, he built it. I was just been like, awesome, mate. Yeah, if he's watching, awesome little build on his toy hauler there, right?
So go check out their page. Really good. Ultimate Cruiser, I think they are.
Yeah.
Alright, what do we got next? Well, here's a list. We got Croc 87. Croc 87, you give us heaps of support, so thanks for that, mate. Why don't you upgrade to some decent fishing gear like diver? I do have a diver reel here. This is a little 2000 model Legalis, and it is a ripper reel.
Nice reel,
You used this one too. Yeah. That's good for like, well, it's so Shimano, but that was a great reel for catching little toga and sooty grunter. It did catch the odd barra. I tend to use that rod and reel setup for soft plastics, and then I like the bait casters, so Shimano Corrado bait casters for flicking lures, like hard body lures.
The Corrados, I've got the Citica.
Yeah.
Yours is up above.
I think this is one above that.
Yeah.
But that's a brilliant reel, hey?
I use that, you use this, and went, that's good.
Yeah. But this thing's been flogged.
Yeah.
Both of my Corrados have just been absolutely flogged and they need some maintenance, like new bearings and that.
On whiting. They hit hard, mate.
So, mate, I'm easy. I'd use diver, Shimano, whatever.
Well, look, that setup there, I'm going to be honest here. Like, I am no professional fisherman by any means. I know, like it looks like on the film there I am, but definitely not. And mate, that there, like that. The young fellas I know here, like my daughter's boyfriend and that, they spend like $1,400 on setups, and it's crazy. But they've probably got the money to do it in time. That's $125 from cash converters, and mate, I still had a ball on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the perfect setup for you.
It really was, eh? Yeah. It was a bargain.
Here we go. We got barra on right here.
Yep.
Is this the one that I dropped and I snapped the leader? It is, isn't it? And he took
Oh
my
yeah.
lure.
It was like a 5-year-old kid. It
is.
You were
It's just the
devastated.
one.
Devastated.
I was so gutted. I nearly snapped my rod there.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I could. Is that the alarm going off?
No, it was the other GoPro. Yeah.
I mean, I could even probably given you a few tips there, mate. I reckon. But on that edge there, you wouldn't have wanted to be leaning in to grab that, eh? I wouldn't have. Yeah.
No, a lot of the time we were then like grabbing the leader and dragging them around the other side of the boat, because the other side of the boat was like 100 mil deep. It was the main river. That side was, you couldn't see how deep it was, but it was deep. All right, we got to get through this. We got James Hunt 636. Will you be doing a road trip with a tinny soon? Yeah, we just touched on that before. Everyone's in isolation at the moment. Dan, I'm trying to keep him 1.5 metres away, but he keeps creeping over.
Are we still supposed to?
No, I don't think we are. I think we're good. We're just waiting for everything to lift, and Tinny's on the back, and we're going. And hopefully,
East Coast.
Yeah, there's probably more questions down here about that, but East Coast, Dan and I are keen to. But that's the thing. Like, we're coming into the dry season now, and the East Coast gets really windy, so we're literally supposed to be up there right now. And the East Coast this time of year is really nice. The winds are light, they're offshore.
Especially for the little tinny to get out to a few of those islands, eh?
But this is affecting everyone, not just us. So.
Keen to have a crack at spearfishing up there.
Yeah.
Well, keen, yeah. You spotting me.
All right, Jaden. Oh, Jaden, we're in touch a fair bit on Instagram, but I don't know how to pronounce.
Is it Boyringer?
Yeah, Jaden Boyringer.
Yeah, I see. He's a good fella, right?
Yeah, legend.
Good support, mate.
What would be your go-to fishing lure? That is a tough question. Let's get some lures out.
Mate, I'm going to say the one and only, the Gold Bomber. Look at that.
Yeah.
Well, I think the difference is I'm that kind of fisherman. I didn't need one. So when you need a hook. Oh, okay, there, mate. The Gold Bomber, but I've used that for years. It's been smashed.
It is, and it's been around for what? It has to be 30 years.
I don't know. I reckon I would have had that since
Not
Oh, yeah, it looks like it that way. It has been. But yeah, I don't know. They've been around for a long time.
Yeah, they're tried and tested, eh?
Definitely.
Yeah.
The Barra.
Here we go. This
Bloody.
is a. Hang on a second. This is a Leeds lure. I think it's a Leeds hijacker. and this is one of my go-to lures. These used to be timber. I don't think they are anymore. But it's like, it'll dive down to about 1 metre. The arse twitches perfectly, like it just looks so sexy in the water. And that was really effective in the Wenlock for barra fishing.
You're nailing on that,
Yeah, some of the best fish I caught were on that. And funny that, in contrast, another really good lure,
the Halco Rooster,
was like
popper.
the opposite. No, it was this little guy. This is a Reedy's little Lucifer. Like complete opposite, so small. And I suppose that's why I was switching up, because this guy goes really deep and he's super small and he vibrates and shakes around. And so if we're coming across deeper snags, I'd be using this, and then in the shallower water, I'd be using this.
And we really had to change up, didn't we?
Yeah.
Like, there was a few days, well, that was that day you said to me, just change to a hard body, get down a bit deeper. And I persist with plastics. I love fishing with plastics.
Yeah.
And mate, I wasn't getting a thing, and then as soon as Nate said that, I think actually I threw on the bomber.
You did, yeah.
And just nailed it, mate. And it was like, so you really do got to swap it up.
Yeah, you'll see that coming up now. We'll put that on now so you can see that. But that was a great section, and that was such a good little hole, that one.
Yeah.
We just fish after fish after fish. It was amazing. And we ended up leaving, and it was still firing, but it was starting to get dark, and we didn't have anywhere to camp yet, obviously. And
I think we were always chasing the big female. Our theory was there's always a big female tucked underneath a log somewhere.
And we're getting all these males coming out, and that was still fun, like up to 60 centimetres easy. But and then one day I saw a big girl come out, and I missed her, and then I just persisted and persisted. And I know you'd kind of like, you were over it, you were like, no, let's move on. And I think I did change to this and got her. I think it was this. Anyway, it was a good fish.
The barramundi, that was a GT.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, that was a ripper.
God, I don't think that was the highlight of the trip for me. I've never seen a barra even do that before, eh?
Yeah.
Like,
let's fast track to that on here.
It was on the surface of the water, like, but you don't, like a GT will go along the surface of the water and hit something like that, eh? Where that barra came out from under the log, and I was looking at the corner of my eye just going, holy hell.
Yeah, that was like is this it here?
Yep. Yeah, because that's the one, I think where I gave you, that's where we got the photo.
Yeah. And
I gave you the shifter.
That's right. No, this fish came hauling us out like a queenfish, or like Dan said, a big GT, giant trevally. Like, I've never seen a barramundi move that fast, and you can see the water, like it comes out of a deeper section in the channel there, but it ends up being like knee deep, and it was just pushing through there with this big weight behind it. It was amazing. That was a real experience.
I still get in awe when I watch it, eh?
Yeah, I mean that's what this is all about. That's why we love fishing, for moments like this where you're in the middle of nowhere, we're hundreds of kilometres from anyone, and we're catching wild fish like this that still surprise us to this day. Really cool.
But a lot of the fish in there haven't even been caught before. We've never seen anything like a lure or anything like that. I think that's what makes it exciting too. You're in, different if you're going to a river, Maritcha River or Noosa River or something like that.
Yeah. Kai Wagner, I think you're a local up Weeper, Cairns kind of way. I think I've spoken to you before a bit. When am I invited on your next adventure up north? We actually get that a fair bit. And I don't know how to answer that. I mean, Dan and I, we actually had people ask if they can come and film for us. And I think
I'd love to bring heaps of people along, but you really got to know.
One, there's safety. Like Dan and I know each other that well that you can just relax and know that Dan's got my back and I don't have to worry about Dan, and I've got his back if anything happens. And two, I think the content is good and it's the way we want it, because it is raw. It's just two mates out in the bush. You're not doing anything for the camera. You don't have someone behind the camera saying, oh, can you do that again? Or, do that with, talk a bit louder, or it's just like it is what it is.
Because I can't do that again.
Yeah.
It's a once off. Yeah. But that's the thing. I mean, and it doesn't not sound like a bit of a, I mean, I'd love to bring people along and take them, down there. People can go out there and do it if they want,
And that's what this is about, is showing people that you
can do it. Yeah.
And I know, Kai, I know you're just kidding, mate. So, right. Yeah, that's what it is. Ty Alexander on Instagram, ballpark cost on the boat flooring. I reckon maybe $600 on parts, like carpet, marine ply, hinges, all that stuff. If you're doing it yourself, that's what it'll be. But if you're getting someone to do it, the labour would be killer. Maybe the whole job, maybe a couple of grand, I suppose.
Have a crack at yourself.
Yeah.
You could have a crack at twice,
And that's half the fun, is setting it up.
I think so,
how you want it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now there's that many YouTube and different videos, mate, you can literally watch something to the end and go, that's what I want, and you can see how it's built. Like rather back in the day, you'd build it and go, oh, it's not quite right, but anyway, like it'll do now.
Yeah.
So yeah.
How's that pull start in our little outboard? It struggled every time we pull start it. It's got a little glitch there that we need to iron out. Actually, we need to do that before the next trip.
And I think when we did the itinerary review, like, and that's pretty, old mate said maybe some oars.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, that's probably a good idea, mate.
Yeah. Trust us, there's oars on board.
Yeah. There is now.
We're prepared. Just here to say hello. What else we got?
G'day.
G'day. Is that a question?
Someone said we should be keeping our shirts on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, only because I'm just watching myself at the front of the boat with no shirt on. But it's so hot up there, eh?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's stinking. It's hot and humid, eh?
Yeah.
And it's. I mean, yeah, it is like, you know, it's good to get your shirt off and get a bit of sun, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. But not all day long.
Like we said before, it's just raw. This is, you know.
So we are. We're not.
That's the thing. We've been doing this a long time before we were filming, so we're not changing anything for the camera. This is like, it's just what we do as two good mates on a fishing trip.
Yeah.
Sam Info, how do you get your beard so immaculate? I know Sam, this is my brother-in-law.
Oh.
And when is merch available? We're getting that a fair bit. So we are, the tees, Dan's not repping his today.
No, sorry. Element. Shout out to Element.
Yeah. We're getting some made. We're definitely getting it made because we know you guys want it, and that's really cool to have our shirts out there. So yeah, that's coming.
They're good quality shirts too.
Oh yeah, that's the thing.
Sourced from a good
place. We don't just want to like just get cheap stuff out there and you know, no one enjoy it. These are really good quality shirts, so we're trying to get the price right where we can charge enough to cover the cost of the shirt.
But they're comfy. That's the thing. You buy cheap quality, it's uncomfy.
Yeah.
You get a wrong cut or something like that. You buy a good quality, and yeah.
Again, we're pretty fussy, aren't we?
Yeah. That's a problem.
Nathaniel, chocolate or chips? I get some weird messages from Nathaniel. Yeah. But this one.
On what?
This one made sense. I don't know. Yeah. But
ice cream.
What do you think? What would you go for?
Probably don't want to say what I'm thinking.
Do you want chocolate or chips?
I don't eat chocolate or chips.
That's funny because I'm mad keen on. If it was hot chips, I'd probably say hot chips. If it was a packet of like potato chips or chocolate, 100%.
Yeah.
Love chocolate. Are you following me there?
Did anyone ask?
No.
Beer or water? Beer.
Yeah, that's what we get up here around. James Hunt again. Favourite place to drop the tinny in. Love the vids on the YouTube. Thanks, mate. Got to say the Wenlock.
100%.
I don't know, mate. Like,
100%.
Yeah, 100%. But then, you start to think.
I know.
The East Coast and trips we've done before we were filming, like the Love River and stuff down in the Gulf. But I don't think I'd take a little tinny in there. The Scarred. Like, there's just so much country out there, mate. But the Wenlock was, you'd say, life changing. I mean, it was amazing. So I don't know.
I'd recommend that trip to anyone. Yeah.
You got to be prepared.
Yeah, do it. Yeah.
Recommend it. Like, that was wild. That was epic. So yeah, I'm going to say Wenlock. Kurt R106. What type of fishing is your favourite? Creeks, on a boat, or beach?
Oh, I do love beach fishing.
You do.
I'm a Fraser Island man. I do love me beach fishing. Yeah. I don't necessarily love eating tailor or anything like that, but I do love when they're coming through. You get the big greenbacks.
Is that because you got a beer in your other hand?
No. I don't hardly drink when I'm up there. Yeah.
That's not what I heard.
I beg to differ. But then again, I do love the hunting side of using small rods and finesse set up and flicking under logs and all that sort of stuff.
Actively going at it.
Yep. Yeah. I don't know. I'd be right in between, I suppose. But I love. Maybe I love the scenery of Fraser and beach fishing up that way. What do you reckon? What's yours?
I'm 100%. 100% lure fishing, like with a bait caster, and mostly freshwater creeks like the Wenlock. There's just something, like prehistoric special about it. Like you said, it's almost like your natural instinct to hunt, and you can see the fish, and you are actively hunting them. You're not just throwing a bait out and hoping. But then, like flats fishing with a fly rod in the Gulf on crystal clear days, like on sand caves and stuff, looking for queenies and trevally. That's pretty epic too. So.
I'd love to know. I've never had to go out fly fishing before.
Your next trip we'll take.
I'd love to have a crack at it, Yeah.
Old mate Dunny.
There's some classic names, eh?
Yeah. Oh mate, Dunny, you messaged us a bit, so thanks for your support.
Good on you, mate.
What's the biggest barra you have caught? Biggest barra would be, honestly, I've forgotten. I think it's either 91 or 94. I can't remember what number it is because it's not a metre, so it's like it was like just shy, and it hurts that much that you're like, I just want a metre. But you got to forget that mindset. I've been trying to forget it for years now and just enjoy each fish. And then you do a trip like the Wenlock where you're trying to catch your dinner, and it changes your mindset again. Like every fish is fun. And
yeah, I don't fish for that. I don't fish that whole reason. I've got to get the big meter barra.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I mean, there's plenty of people that do, like, you know, it's a trophy.
Yeah.
But I fish for the sustainability and I think mine's 86 or something like that.
Eating clean
Yeah.
food. And,
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I'm there for probably a different reason. I'm not there purely just for fishing.
I think I used to be. I used to really want the big fish, and it would ruin my trips if I didn't get the big one. But
I've
Get out. I've definitely learned that there's a lot more to it than that. So I've changed my perspective.
But it is fun to get a good fish though.
It is, yeah.
Love it.
Matt Buse. Oh, I love your page, Matt Buse. Is that how you pronounce it, Buse? Hey mate, love what you guys are doing. Being keen to catch up for a mission if you guys are ever up for it. Hang on, further down the message. Curious to get your perspective on how well a glass boat, for example, cross country, in the 3.8 to 4.1 metre range would handle that country. Better ride quality for any blah blah blah.
What, in the Wenlock?
Yeah, I don't know whether you mean the Wenlock or just like doing a cape
in general.
trip or, yeah. For the Wenlock, no.
Too heavy.
Too heavy, and they are lightweight though. Those cross countries. I actually looked at buying one years ago, like 8 years ago, but I couldn't find a good second-hand one. Actually, I couldn't even find a second-hand one because they weren't very common. But they're a brilliant boat, and I ended up getting a 6 metre centre console glass boat from the States, which was amazing. And everyone was like, "You got to have an
boat, mate.
aluminium boat because you're going to be knocking it around on rocks and stuff like that." And that's the mindset I always had. And then I got this glass boat, and it was just like you said, the ride quality for big trips up and down the coast in the Gulf. And if you're going to tow it, you just have to wrap it up because you're going to get stone chips and that. But you got to have a boat, you got to use it. So you just like, yeah, I'd highly recommend getting a glass boat up there. It's going to be heavier to tow, and you're going to have to take more precautions. But as far as like, I had an electric on the front of mine, and I'd nosed in around in like half a metre of water around the rocks, like oyster covered rocks, and yeah, you bang into a couple, but you're catching the fish. That's all that matters. You're getting in there.
It's a glass hull, so it's got a full glass hull.
Yeah, but it's like some different technology where it's like air-rated fiberglass, so it's lighter.
Yeah, I'd say definitely the Wenlock. If you hit the rock bars in there, I don't know how that. I don't know, compared to an alley boat, like that sort of brushes off and might dint it. Where that could, I don't know.
Yeah, honestly, in the Wenlock, we were like bouncing down rapids, bouncing off rocks, and like if you're just having that again, the mindset of like, if you really hit a rock hard, doesn't matter. You're in like a $2,000 tinny.
Yeah, you wouldn't want a nice painted spray job on a boat or anything like that. No.
We really had to manhandle, as you've seen. Go back and watch the episodes. We had to manhandle the boat through a lot of crazy stuff.
And if you're doing a trip like that, you really got to think about weight. That boat was like, we didn't have that much gear in there, and that was still heavy.
Yeah.
By pushing that through sections and lifting it over stuff, it was bloody heavy, eh?
Yeah, there was that one section where it was like nearly dry for, I don't know, what, 15 metres or something?
Yeah, that's right.
That was tough.
Yep. Could have gone around the other way, but mate,
that looked crocky. And that's where the croc slides were.
Yeah.
Big croc slides,
yeah.
so nah.
So it was safer to push it through.
This camp here, I think, was my favourite, where we filleted the fish and then had that big fire.
Oh, that was a cracker.
That was beautiful. Like, looked down over like this sandy stretch and then the river. That was epic.
And the other, I'm not on Instagram or any of those things like you are, but people that I just run into and talk to at work and stuff, like everyone keeps on saying, how come you never saw crocs up in that section? And my theory is, like, when you're going in somewhere like that, those crocs are so shy, they've never heard a boat or not too much human life coming down there. So mate, they're in the water before, and it would have been awesome. Like it would have been great to get a lot more croc shots.
Yeah.
But they're such a shy creature. They're in the water, sitting there, and they're looking at you, and compared to like going in, say, different areas like where it's populated, they're used to boats roaring up and down the whole time, eh?
Yeah.
So
I really think they're a different beast, the crocs up in the freshwater. Like they're normally a bigger croc. This is the salties, like the freshies. They breed up there, but a bigger croc will go up there and dominate a stretch of river, and it's like territorial and a lot more cunning, I suppose. Like in the saltwater, you'll pull up on a mud flat and there might be 6 crocs out sunning themselves and they don't even budge. They're happy just chilling there. But in the fresh, they can sense you coming and they can hear your tinny coming from way down the river.
Yeah,
and then they slink into their hole ready to bloody eat you. So, and the other thing is, Dan and I got families and we're not out there to go and jump on a croc and be YouTube sensations.
I nearly did there one night.
Oh yeah, that was sketchy.
Ended up coming off the front of the boat at night time with a spotty, eh?
That was our last night.
Oh,
yeah, it was dark. Dan's got the big spotty out and we didn't have a cam. That was proper sketchy.
Yeah, fell into the water straight off the front of the boat, and mate, I don't know, I've never swum. I've never swum so quick and got back in a boat.
If I blinked, I would have missed it.
Oh,
it was straight back in the boat.
I shit myself, eh? Yeah.
All right, I think that's it for questions. Oh no, we got one more. Who's this from? This is Kurt, but I don't have your actual. Oh no, it is Kurt 106. How did you and Dan originally meet and start travelling? Have you travelled other parts of Australia, like the Kimberley and WA?
What's that site on Tinder? No. No. That's a long story.
Yeah. Do we have time to roll into the footage?
Yeah.
Not really.
Not now. No, probably not.
We'll work something out here because Dan's filmed a video on his perception of how we met, and then I've done the same. But we haven't seen each other, so
this is the first time we've actually seen each other in like months. Yeah.
So it'd be interesting to see each other's reaction as we watch it. But I'll put something together and I'll put that up on YouTube and Instagram over the next few weeks. You can see that. But in like just a quick answer, yeah, we've travelled all over Australia, the Kimberleys, all that stuff. Dan and I
separately with
families
and that.
Separately, yeah.
So we met through travelling.
We met through travelling. We met out in the bush, and we won't go into that because I want you to watch these videos. But it was funny how we met and just clicked, and we've been doing this stuff ever since. All right. Bit more fishing gear quickly. So,
what rod are you using there?
That's Shimano Raider.
Oh, that's the same as
it's the same as yours.
Yeah, that's right,
it's just a 2-piece. These things are like just not top of the range. They're just bulletproof. Yeah. They're just hardy rods. So that's a spin setup with a 2000. Like I said, I use 30-pound braid. Actually, this is 20 pounds.
Well, yeah, I was going to say because you changed to look out for one of the young fellas ruts on his motocross track.
I change leader a fair bit, so that's 55 pound. You see at the start of the trip I used 20 pound.
I was going to say you were using a lot less at the start, but they were smaller though at the start.
They were smaller fish, we're further upstream. Yeah. Then I go 40 and then up to like 55 if you catch a bigger fish. But 20 to 30 pound braid for barra is what I use. This is set up now for down the coast, so it's all lighter.
Is that Sunline? The Sunline braid?
I don't know what that stuff is. Yeah, most of our stuff is Shimano, Stratic, but that's all like all the offshore gear. Saragosa. Lures. Alright, so plastics. I've got to give these guys a shout out. This is a Holt Productions.
I was going to say, who can guess what that is? Oh, yeah.
Holt Productions,
it's
soft plastic prawn. Now
he's nailed it.
He has. James absolutely nailed it. There's nothing else like it on the market, and these things just work so well. Is it just me, or is the GoPro like slowly?
It's tilting. Well, if we go with it.
Yeah. You can only buy these things online, I think. So just check out Holt Productions, and I highly recommend. Just grab one little pack and try them out for yourself because they're brilliant. They worked really well.
That's the little reedies. That's what I was using.
Yep, that worked a treat.
The Reedy Shack.
That was your favourite, wasn't it? Like favourite plastic for the trip.
It's a good weight, and it was a good weight too.
Yeah.
The man is saying that you're fishing slow up there because the water is a little bit cooler.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So if things stop working,
yeah,
we start flicking stuff like this in and
Yep.
wake them up.
and I think I was just where I was getting the fish is out, just let it drop like that, let it go down, then just one reel like
Yeah.
that, and then but just slow.
And it's normally like that up, and just as it starts to drop, that's
Bang,
when
nails
they
it,
hit
eh?
it, yeah.
Yep. But see, that was all trial and error too, because like and every day was different.
Yeah.
It depends on what time of the day it was
Yeah.
too. Yeah, so that's what I think makes it interesting. That's nothing's ever the same.
The thing with these is you have to be fully alert because they sink so quick, and because you're normally diving down to structure, you just lose so many.
That's where you can go the weedless.
Yep. Yeah, weedless will go.
Yeah.
Alright, if you've got any more questions, if we missed anything, hit us up.
Hopefully that was a little bit of information anyway.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'll cut you off.
Well, I think we covered a lot of stuff, but if you...
Yeah. There's heaps though. There's heaps. If you want to ask questions or whatever, send them in.
Yeah.
More than happy to.
Yeah, comment below.
Yeah.
Jump over on Instagram. We're on Instagram, Wild Reaches, and you can send us messages on there. We get back to all the messages. If you like the series, make sure you subscribe. We really appreciate that.
And feedback too.
Yeah, give us feedback.
Yeah.
Like, we used to
Not any bad feedback. We don't want that. But yeah. But we're happy. Like I mean, we're no professionals at anything.
Nah.
Yeah. We're out there having a go, and
Yeah.
there's always plenty of learning to do when you're out bush and
Oh yeah.
full driving and fishing and all sorts. So.
Yeah. But this stuff's going to get better. We're not going anywhere. Like, we're just going to keep doing this. So we're in it for the long haul. All right, that's it.
Rightio, guys.
We'll see you next week. Next week's the Barra Lagoon with a big scary local we bumped into. So jump on for that. And yeah, thanks for watching.
Thanks guys.
for the support.
Yeah, thanks everyone for the support. I didn't even think it was going to go this far.
No,
But yeah, so it's pretty nice to
Yeah.
get some good feedback off everyone, and no, it's all going well.
Yeah. All right.